trying to excite the gamers.
As soon as we saw the opportunity in the project, we just knew we had to get involved.
The challenge set by Ben was to make his concept arts come alive.
It's what makes the piece stand out and is going to really make people sit up and take notice of it.
Well, I'm a gamer myself. This is definitely a universe that I can recognize and I can, really dive into and like every bit and detail and aspect of it. So it was great fun to be let loose in that world,
Working with Chair was almost like an experience I've never had before.
Yeah, the experience with Chair was great. It was possibly the best client relationship we've had.
They really let us into the project, and one of the really big things that they let us do was redesign the look of the characters into Ben's style. They
were very keen and excited and interested in kind of expanding the visual look and feel of the Infinity Blade universe.
It's always a challenge to get the right balance and keep that real illustrative feel to Ben's work.
And I've kind of come in and tried to get all these guys to try to completely reimagine how to use these tools. How do we kind of not flatten it, but how do we get some of these more 2D kind of lines and textures and painterly quality, and how do we kind of keep that all on screen at all time?
All the animation was done in 3D with 3D models, but the VFX were a combination of 3D elements and 2D animation, which we decided was the best route because it would really give us the look that Ben wanted.
Hand painting the textures to suit the render style. We knew as soon as we did that, it was going to look like Ben wanted.
The challenge on that front was for the artists, really. I think we were lucky because we'd worked on similar projects with Ben in the past, so we had tools in place, so we tried different things, but the artists did a great job at creating that vision.
The game itself is such a rich backstory, such a range of characters.
They have a great mythology, they have great designs, aside from the gameplay, all of which is making for great kind of storytelling. And when you're given such a tight duration, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, you really try to figure out what's the essence of the story. And I think you want to find another angle and to just create something that it is new and exciting, but at the same time you have to keep the characters that everybody knows from previous games recognizable.
This is the probably 6th project we've done with Ben. We've been working with him since 2005, so it's always a pleasure to get to work with him.
He's definitely one of the more fun directors to work with.
Ben has a great creative vision. He knows very well what he wants, and his artwork reflects that.
Axis and I have worked, on a couple of projects before, and we've on every one of these projects we've kind of concentrated on our efforts to try to almost kind of break down the process of what generally goes into making very, very elaborate photorealistic CG. Kudos to them, they've had incredible results, I think, with some of the techniques they've employed, and it's always great fun to work with them because they have all the tools and creative minds to play around with all these ideas, those crazy ideas.